I made this omelette recently, and I have to say, I said I'm going to definitely do a video of this because it was so delicious. You can have it for breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever you want to. The key is really good ingredients, like everything. And the cheese, I'm doing 2 cheeses. So the first one is the Drina cheddar. We love this. Even in a ham and cheese sandwich, this is the best cheddar, in my opinion, one of the best cheddars in the country. It's fabulous. Goat's cheese. Some people like it, some people don't. This is a lovely creamy goat's cheese. So this is from County Cork, Ardsala, and I'm going to finish the omelette with that. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Okay, eggs. So we're using the corn-fed eggs. That's them there. The board be a quality mark. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 eggs into the jug. And just to be a little bit different, we're going to put a little bit of pesto into this. So open the eggs, just crack them in. 2 of them goes in there. Going to put some of the Simply Better pesto. You see me using that in loads of the videos. I love this. I always have some of this at home. So this is a fresh pesto. A teaspoonful goes in there. I just think it's superb. Really is excellent. Okay, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then you can use ordinary milk, you can use a little bit of cream, but Irish Jersey milk. This is organic. Again, from County Cork. Fabulous little dairy. Really good. So Simply Better launched this, and it is so good. If you like coffee, we have this with a nice fresh coffee, and it is just fantastic. So beautiful. It's gorgeous, so it is. Really nice. An omelette, if you're making scrambled eggs, it's fab. So we're going to hand blend this. This is a little tip for you. So you're kind of lightening it, get it light and fluffy. Okay. And then I'm going to heat my pan. So I'm going to use some nice Irish rapeseed oil. So this is my omelette pan, or I cook eggs on it. This is part of my cookware collection. It's a non-stick pan. We're going to use a little bit of butter in this, and then we're just going to literally pour on our mixture. Okay, so we just need to set this in the pan and then under the grill. But before I do that, under the grill, I'm going to put in some of this nice creamy goat's cheese. So before, I nearly forgot, the cheddar cheese goes in now, so it does. So that nice cheddar cheese, and I'll keep it a little bit for the top. So you just grate that, just using the box grater. You can buy it pre-grated, or you can use the slices. But that is such a good cheddar cheese. Okay, so just melted the butter in the oil. Very simple. The oil will stop the butter from burning. Keep it on a nice high heat just to start off with, and then literally you pour in the mixture. Okay, so just using a spatula. And then this is the key when you're making an omelette, is to have a really good pan like this, and then just literally to move it, kind of bring it into the center. So I'm never use a kind of metal utensil on this, because you'll just kind of scrape and damage the non-stick coating. So this is going to go underneath the grill. Really important to make it light and fluffy. So just want it just to begin just to set. So just scrape that away, just using your spatula. And you know, omelettes for me, they're just something delicious. You can put ham into them. You can put extra cheese if you want, even some nice blue cheese. If you have leftover chicken, you know, if you have a bit of baked ham, they work so well. And we're lucky because eggs, I know I've said this so many times, they're honestly one of my favorite ingredients. And I really enjoy this. Okay, so this is nearly beginning to set. If we just have a little look here. So we're kind of moving it in. I want to get a little bit more color. Okay. Just give it another couple of seconds, and then we're going to switch it off. And then we're going to put on our goat's cheese, our lovely tomatoes. Okay, so that should be good there. Now, cherry tomatoes, I'm going to do a nice little salad with these, but we're going to arrange these. So the omelette isn't cooked, everyone. It needs to go underneath the grill, which I'm going to show you now in a moment. So that's our lovely cherry tomatoes. Now our goat's cheese. And then I want to just sprinkle a little bit of the cheddar. I kind of don't want to get it on the tomatoes, so we're just going to literally just sprinkle that on top. Now just the cheddar in the omelette is just beautiful too. It's such a good cheddar. Trust me, when you taste that, you'll be so happy. It's such a great. Kevin Sheridan was involved. It actually took, I think, over about a year to kind of like develop this. So it's from a single peninsula in Cork, so it is, Drina, and it's Bandon Co-op where that cheddar is made, and it's so beautiful, so it is. So I'm just putting tiny little spoonfuls. These are kind of little espresso spoons of the goat's cheese. This is creamy and gorgeous. My daughter Lucia loves this cheese. Certainly I wasn't eating goat's cheese when I was 9 years of age, to be honest with you, but it's not strong, and I honestly have yet to taste a strong Irish goat's cheese. This is really, really lovely. Lovely in a salad when you get strawberries when they're in season. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Right. So now I'm going to put this under the grill. So the grill is preheated on full heat. So that's what it looks like there, Mella. So you can see that light little wobble, which is perfect. So I'm going to just place it under the grill. Come back to it now in a couple of minutes. And then what we're going to do is just do our nice little kind of like tomatoes. So just have a couple of tomatoes left over. I want to show you a little tip. We're going to use some balsamic vinegar. We're going to use some extra virgin olive oil, and that's a Simply Better balsamic. They've just kind of rechanged the bottle. It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's kind of like a really nice 3-year-old balsamic. It really is beautiful. Some extra virgin olive oil, and then a little bit of lemon zest in this. So I'll just get my little grater here. So you've seen me doing this a few times just with tomatoes. It's a lovely freshness, so it is. The lemon works so well in this. A touch of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then a lovely little bit of fresh basil. Basil is one of my favorite herbs. So I'll just grab just a couple of little leaves of that. So we're going to roll this up. This technique everyone is known as a little chiffonade. So it's tiny little strips of the herb. Curve your fingers. And again, you can just use the small knife for this. Beautiful. And then sprinkle that over. And if you can do this, you know, even a day ahead, like that's going to keep 3 or 4 days in your in the fridge, no problem at all, and always have them at room temperature. So you just combine this here. Now I could have done more. I'm just literally going to do one of the omelettes. Okay, we're going to just prepare a little bit of salad. So I like, we always have this in our house. It's some lovely baby gem, and literally just wash it, just have it ready. There's a lovely crunch to it. You can use rocket, you can use mansuni, you can use lots of salad leaves. You know, oak leaf is beautiful. It's actually very easy to grow your own salad. So just kind of cut them at an angle there, just like that, just to give a little bit of shape and a little bit of texture. And it's that crunchiness, that's lovely in a wrap, so it is. So I'm just going to arrange this just on the side of the plate. You could put it on top of the omelette, but I want to show it to you when it's done. Okay, we're going to have a little look at the omelette very, very quickly, because the grill is up full. Okay. Now, this is beginning to puff up. Ooh, looks good. Not far off from being done. So remember, you've got to be careful, and these pans are perfect to go underneath the grill or in the oven. So just make sure you never lift it out with a damp tea towel, because the heat will go through and you'll end up burning your wee fingers. So just be careful of that. Okay, some of the tomatoes just over the salad. You're probably thinking, tomato in the omelette, tomato in the salad. Yep, that's what I love. And we love this. And these tomatoes are lovely, just with a little bit of sourdough, poached egg. You could use some of the Simply Better Serrano ham or the Parma ham. Always have the ham at room temperature if you can. Okay, a little bit of toasted pine nuts. So just toast them just in a dry pan, give great texture. And then we'll just have a little look. It should be more or less done. Yum, looking good. Now, switch off the grill. So it's puffed up, cheese is melted, which is perfect. I'm going to leave it there for a moment, because I want to do one thing. This is a great relish. It's beautiful. It's made from Wexford Preserves, Tom and Laura, and they're just the nicest people, but brilliant producers. So I've got the pleasure of going down to visit them over the years, and I just think they're wonderful people. So a little bit of this gives so much flavour. So can you see the way the omelette has puffed up? It will go down a little bit, so don't worry about that. But I think this gives such beautiful flavour. Now, sliding it off. Just using the same spatula, so just literally go round like this, if you can look at it. I'm not going to fold it over because I want to show it to you. And just literally slide it off the pan. So just very, very gently. Perfect, yeah. So see the way it's just kind of breaking up a little bit? It's perfect, it's soft, fluffy, and that's exactly what you want. And then just slide it off. There we go, that's it. You get a nice bit of colour, and just fold that over there. Now, it's so hot, so you've got to be really careful of this. And then if you want to, you can arrange the salad on top. You can arrange a little bit of pesto. You can see the way the goat's cheese has kind of melted. It's lovely and soft and fluffy. And we can just finish that with just a couple of little sprigs of fresh basil. So getting very chefy there. Just a nice little couple of little sprigs. So it's a very, very soft, and you can see the way it kind of gets very soft when you're lifting it off. the salad there. Just move that onto the plate. That goat's cheese is so good. With the red onion, the tomatoes there, it's a lovely, lovely recipe. Again, you can just leave it with the cheddar cheese, but that goat's cheese is great. And if you use that Jersey milk, try that in your coffee. It's so delicious. So this is just using some great Irish dairy produce, from our cheese makers to that really nice chutney. The red onion works really well, and of course the Jersey milk. So enjoy this very, very simple recipe. Have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner or supper. But I think this omelette, it's a great play on different textures, and some beautiful cheese involved in that too. Okay, thanks a million.